So this week we're going to be looking at the brain. We're going to be taking sort of a tour of the various, structures that make up, our nervous system, including the brain. This big portion called the cerebrum right here, which is divided into various lobes, like the frontal lobe, the parietal lobe, the temporal lobe, and the occipital lobe. And we'll see there's a hidden lobe of cortex sort of deep within, that's known as the insular lobe. We'll be talking about the cerebellum in the back. We'll be talking about, how the names of all these structures are rather interesting. Many of them, they use Latin terms, but the Latin actually describes, pretty, basic structural aspects. They just are named, something like the pine cone gland, for example, or the wedge, or even cortex at the surface here. This is actually the Latin for bark of the brain. So we'll be talking about not only the sort of cortical bark, regions, the sort of wrinkled, mass here at the top of your cerebrum, but we'll be delving below the cortex, what we call subcortically, into structures that we find deeper within the brain. So I look forward to showing you some actual human brains here too, that we can sort of explore and examine, both structurally